Hello everyone, rather exciting development for the iOS emulation community. We now have two new emulators that are available on iOS. RetroArch, which is the premier application used in most retro handhelds for its massive library of cores, and PPSSPP, which is the most performant and highest quality emulator for the PSP. The PPSSP emulator is available from the iOS App Store. Since this is relatively new, if you do attempt to search for it, it may be difficult to find it. From the listing on the website, it does appear to only say that it works with ISO and compressed ISO CSO files, but we did confirm that it does work with CHD files. From here, hit load. I have games that are on my iCloud drive. I'll just take a moment to download. You can see that they do run. Controls are touchscreen. Okay, if you don't prefer touchscreen controls, also work with Bluetooth controllers. Performance so far has been pretty good. No complaints. There is some control mapping that needs to occur, but in general, this is a fully playable PSP emulator. This is currently running on an iPhone 10. Anybody with a newer iPhone should be even more pleasantly surprised. Let's take another look at RetroArch. From here, you can see what RetroArch is capable of. You go to load core. You can see that in this case, all the cores appear to be built into RetroArch. On a typical RetroArch installation, they would allow you to go to the core downloader and download the core separately. In this case, it appears to be that everything has to be built in. So, as far as options, we do not have MAME, which is unfortunate, but we do at least have Battleborn Neo. Your Atari emulators, Commodore, MSX, NEC for TurboGrafx-16, Nintendo DS, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Virtual Boy, there's Quake, and the Sega System, Sega Master System, Game Gear, Genesis, Saturn, and SNK. We got Neo Geo, PlayStation, and PSP, although I think you will get better performance out of the standalone PPSSPP emulator. That appears to be the limit. I do not see systems here more difficult to run and more advanced than Sega Saturn, Nintendo DS, and Nintendo 64. Keep in mind, Nintendo 64 and Nintendo DS, we were already able to get the Delta emulator on iPhone, but still great options all around and all the benefits of RetroArch. Now let's open some things up for RetroArch. Let's start with downloading the BIOS for Neo Geo. Once that is downloaded, copy this, RetroArch, system, paste. In theory, that should make the BIOS file available. Now, launch RetroArch, load content, open. We're going to pick Neo Geo, pick Windjammers, load archive, Battleborn Neo, and Windjammers is playing.